If you want to hit your goals, you have to actually set goals to begin with. And since it's almost the end of the year, we need to set up our annual goals for next year. So let me show you how I do that and what that looks like. If you want to grab these worksheets to do it for yourself, this is inside my digital finance planner. It has a ton more info in it. You can go read about it at the link at the top of my page. You don't want to just set a goal and then completely forget about it because then you're not likely to reach it. What I want you to do is to make goals and then break them down into actionable steps that you can actually hit. First, you want to focus on your year as a whole. What do you want to accomplish in the next year? And it doesn't have to just be financial, but I will be using a financial example. So say that next year you want to save $10,000 and pay off $8,000 worth of debt. Now we need to break that down into the different quarters. There are 4 quarters in a year, so that means you're going to divide these things by 4. So each quarter in this case, since we want to save $10,000, each quarter we need to save about $2,500. And since we want to pay off $8,000 of debt, we need to pay off about $2,000 per quarter. This doesn't just have to be for huge goals. You can do small ones too. If you want to save $1,000 for next Christmas so you'll be prepared, divide that by 4. That means you need to save $250 per quarter for Christmas. Now, once you have all of your quarterly goals set up, you want to go and break it down even further. So have something like a quarter goal tracker. That way you can write your quarters goals here and break those down even further into bite-sized steps. So say we want to focus on quarter 1. You want to take your quarter 1 goals here and bring them over here and write them as your main goals for this quarter. Now we want to go one by one on our main goals and break them all the way down into small steps. So we're taking our first goal, save $2,500. Maybe your first step here is to open a high yield savings account. Once you get that done, you check it off the list. Then you want to break this number down and see how much do I need to save per week or per paycheck to be able to hit this goal for the quarter. And since a quarter has 3 months, you want to figure out how many weeks are within that quarter and divide your goal amount by the number of weeks in that quarter. Then set up an auto transfer, in this case $200 per week, to go to your savings so that at the end of that quarter, you will have hit that goal. When you hit that goal, check it off. Maybe you don't have enough room in your budget to hit the amount that is needed, so maybe you need to reduce another category to be able to hit that. So I just put in this example, reduce fast food budget by $100 a month. That way you have the amount to auto transfer to your savings. And then maybe you also want to do something like use your tax refund to boost your savings, etc. When you break a goal all the way down like this, it becomes less overwhelming. If I just tell you, go ahead and save $2,500 in the first quarter, you might look at me like I'm crazy and say, I can't do that. But when you break it down into actionable steps, it becomes way less overwhelming and way easier to hit. Save this video so that when you're ready to actually sit down and handle your goals, you can come back and watch this and figure out how to break down your own goals. Let me know what goals you're trying to hit in the comments, and also let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you. Let's get these goals set up so that we can have a very prosperous and successful 2026. You got this, friend.